just get everyone. Okay, so everyone share this. If you're here now, we just got a report. Oh my goodness, we've got lions running right at us, hunting impala. This is live right now, this very second on Pridelands. We've got lions running past us. We've got masses of lions running past us. So please share, guys. This is an impromptu broadcast. We heard the lions were arriving at the house, so we decided to come out. This is an unplanned event. I mean, there's lion cubs now just running past us. The adults are well past us now. So please share. This is an impromptu live broadcast. Lions hunting live on Pridelands. Okay. We're at the back. Oh, there's still like 5 or 6 lion cubs coming behind us. We're gonna try and get up to the front to see if the adults and the way the youngsters are running, I think the adults might have caught something. My goodness, I was going to try share this with people, but we didn't have a chance. The lions didn't give us a chance. Oh, there's an impala. Obviously, we do not affect what's happening with the animals right now. Someone's phone is ringing. It's my phone. Els, we're doing an impromptu live broadcast, lions hunting. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you. Okay, bye. So that was me, unfortunately. So there's an impala. Oh, caught. There's a lion, impala. I think the adult lions have caught. All the cubs are running like the adults have caught something. This is happening about 50 meters from our house at the moment. Oh my goodness, I haven't even got chat on. This is just too exciting. So I'm going to try to figure out what is going on. But please, if you are watching, I apologize if I'm not answering your chats, your comments, etc. We are doing an impromptu live broadcast. We heard the lions were coming up to the house. We decided to take you live with us. But I think the adult lions have caught something. That's an impala. We're going to go around. And obviously with all the baby impalas at the moment, Matthew, my monitor's not working, but that's okay because we're live and this is amazing. There's our house gate. And the adult lionesses came flying past us. I actually thought it was impala initially. There were so many eyes. I mean, we've got at least 7 adult lionesses and 13, 14 cubs. That's a very scared impala. Yes, I'm pretty sure. So what we're going to do is he's just going to go up here for half a second, and we're just going to listen. Oh, there we go. Actually, we're going to go to where those eyes are, and then we're going to listen. That looked like a big cat to me. It is. They've just caught something. They've just caught a wildebeest, guys. This is live right now. Please share this with whoever you can. The Ngati Pride have killed right outside HQ. I'm going to be very rude for a second and just share this so everyone can see. And I'll try to get your chats and messages up in a second. So I will get to you guys. But then Ngati Pride have literally just... Matthew, what do I have to do? I push that and then go backwards, eh? That. No. Click back.
That little stream at the bottom there.
That one.
Yep.
Sorry guys, this is completely impromptu, no planning. We heard the lions were coming close to the house. We decided to go out live, and then as we're about to go live, they were literally streaming out. So please share this to anyone who wants. We've got the Ngati Pride who have just killed a wildebeest right outside Pridelands HQ, which is the painted dog headquarters where we all live. Well, listen to those sounds. I'm not even going to waste my time speaking over this. Just listen to the incredible sounds of a lion pride feeding. Now, for our sensitive viewers, I apologize. This is life in the African bush. This is happening right this very second. This lion pride, who are desperate, the cubs are struggling, have just managed to catch a really big meal. There's still a few cubs that are coming in running every now and then. This is absolutely incredible. So we've got Rutherford Clan, D, Jules, Cookie, Jerry M. Guys, please share this as far and wide as possible. This is a completely free broadcast. We've just heard that the lions were coming close to our house. As we got onto the open plains, I actually thought there were impala running away from the pride, but it was actually the pride running to where the rest of the pride have actually made a kill this very second. I will try to get to all your questions as soon as I can. I just apologize. I'm just trying to share this as far as I can at the moment. I mean, this is an impromptu live free drive for everyone. So this is completely random. We heard the lions were coming close to our house. So Matthew, myself, Virm and Babu decided we should go out. We saw all these eyes running across towards us over the open area. And we thought it was impala running away from the lions. It was actually this massive lion pride running towards where one of the adult females had made a kill. There are 8 adult lionesses here and 13 cubs. It is a mega pride. Oh, that's a torch falling, sorry. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to share this as much as possible. This is incredible. Larry the Bird, thank you. Yoshika, D, Wendy, Richard, Rutherford Clan, thanks for joining us. This is absolutely amazing. Now this pride has been under such stress over the last while. They've managed to grow to this massive size, and which is unusual for a pride that doesn't specialize in hunting Cape buffalo. So a lot of the cubs have actually been under a lot of stress, and some of the cubs have actually died from malnutrition and oh my goodness, my brain, I'm so excited, my brain is not working. From malnutrition and from a disease that affects their skin called mange. And amazingly enough, as soon as the rains come, the mange goes away, but also the ease of meals go away for the pride. D. Great comment, D. 13 isn't unlucky for the cubs, indeed. I mean, those of you who were with us on our private safari this morning, we watched this pride. We looked at the cubs. We looked at the pride and how hungry they were. Now, a wildebeest is a massive meal for this pride because they don't hunt buffalo. So all the kills we've made them see has been impala, or a sub-adult zebra. So an adult female wildebeest, and I'm just warning everyone that I'm pretty sure this wildebeest is pregnant. So at some point while the lions are fighting, there might be a chance she's going to pull out a fetus from, they might pull out a fetus from the carcass. So I do apologize, guys. Matthew is filming. As my WhatsApp keeps killing my TeamSpeak. What are the guys saying, Matthew? You can just tell me straight. No. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm just going to warn. I'm going to do a live on Instagram, getting people to come join us on YouTube. Charles will know, he's listening, but this is incredible. This is a completely impromptu drive from Painted Dog TV. What's Fem saying?
If you send Charles a picture, he'll put a link on your Instagram.
Charles, just grab from the screenshots. Okay, wait, let me do it. Sorry guys, this is, you know me, I'm a Luddite. I'm going to do a video and I'll send it to Charles. There's the one and only Matthew Gee filming lions feasting on a wildebeest 50 meters from the Painted Dog HQ. Join us on YouTube for an impromptu live drive, and then you can comment and ask with me. That's terrible. I'm going to have to do that again. Sorry guys, I know you guys are there. Let me do that again. Matthew Gee Brent Smith, live with a pride of lions devouring a wildebeest right outside our front gate. If you want to see more, please join us on YouTube and follow the link. Sorry guys, this type of stuff So sorry about that little moment we lost you guys. We are back. Oh goodness guys, there's so many questions coming in. I will try to answer as many as possible. At the same time, as I said, we're just trying to share the Painted Dog love. So please share this over all your social medias. Anyway, my dad's even sharing. Thanks, Dad. So this pride has been absolutely fascinating over the last while. If you look carefully at a lot of the cubs, they're not looking well. You can actually see their spine showing. A lot of them are have So I didn't want to interrupt the sound of the lions feasting, but a lot of the cubs have, I mean, Matthew, can you just show this cub around the edge here quickly? Look at its hips. It's sitting down now, but look at those hips. This pride has actually become, I'm trying to think of the right word here. It's become its own success has become its downfall. They've become so big and so successful. Oh, this noise just is amazing. And what is happening is that the pride has become so big that they are struggling to feed. At one stage they had 22 cubs. I think they're down to about 14, 15 now. I definitely counted 13 this morning. So what's happened is this pride has become so successful. They've got, well, if they're all together, they've got 9 adult females, including, for those who know who Lagatha is. Lagatha is actually with the pride at the moment. I cannot see her feeding. I haven't actually seen her feeding. Oh, this could get interesting. Watch this adult lioness try find another spot. We might get some action here. She's trying to find her way in. So I'm not going to speak because I expect there's going to be a cacophony of noise shortly. Although grumpy old man, a preview of Thanksgiving dinner with my family is just about sums this up. So the reason I'm not speaking, guys, is I'm waiting for an explosion because this carcass is getting small. There are so many lions that eventually, I mean, if you look at the adult lionesses and the cubs, their tummies are not full. It is going to get quite aggressive. And I know someone said, I think it was Rutherford Klein, I don't want to see the fetus being pulled out. I don't think you have to worry about that. I think the fetus has been eaten already. Okay, there's another adult lioness trying to change her position. Now, if you look at the adult lionesses' tummies, they're quite empty. I mean, those who are on our private live safari this morning would have seen some of the cubs were very full, some of the cubs were not. And the weakest cubs, the ones with their hips showing and their ribs showing, were the ones who looked the worst off. All the adults are looking really, really, really good at the moment. Say, as this kill gets smaller and smaller, we can expect a lot more of that from the lions. I mean, this is really, really special, and the fact that this is happening, I mean, less than 100 meters from our front door is even more amazing. Sea control, the Pride is already split. 2 lionesses and 5 cubs have already left. And sorry, I got so sidetracked because, oh, here we go. As I said, things are going to get a little bit more interesting. I will try and answer all your questions, but I don't want you guys to miss the dynamics that are happening. And one last thing. For me, the most amazing thing is that even though the lionesses are hungry, they're in really good condition. But they are letting the cubs that are in not so good condition feed. But if you look carefully, and Matthew is showing you, the cubs that are in the best condition are actually dominating the best spots on this carcass. And the cubs, this cub, if you come out a bit, Matthew, this cub with its back to us, you can see its hip bones, they're sticking out. And we're not sure what they killed yesterday, but they did kill something. Some of the cubs had absolutely massive bellies. And I'd say out of the 13 or 14 cubs we saw this morning, only 3 or 4 looked like they were well fed. So I assume they caught something. Just keep quiet. Yes, they kill the wildebeest, guys. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep my talking to a minimum because I don't want to actually ruin the sound of this. And I think what happens often is people talk over these type of situations because they are going to stop growling and having this whole interaction later. The other thing that I'm quite excited, which Rutherford Clan has just mentioned, is this amount of noise is 100% going to bring in the wonderful Pridelands clan of hyenas. So Matthew, I'm going to turn off one light because in case we have to stay here for a long time. Is that good? Is this on? Yeah. I'm just going to turn this light a bit. So I want to save our spotlight for not if, but when the hyenas arrive. Matthew, I know we didn't have dinner, but we might be here for a while. Hello, Tristy. Tristan, if you had decided to come watch the rugby with us, you could be sitting next to me, helping explain everything. So for those of you who are new, I'm trying not to speak, not to ruin this experience for you, but this is 100% live coming to you from Pridelands Conservancy in the Greater Kruger National Park. This is the Ngati Pride of Lions, which is one of the biggest prides of lions in the Greater Kruger, and they have caught a wildebeest. And at the moment, they're actually not eating. Every single one of them is just trying to hold their tiny piece of wildebeest so no one else can get it. Well, Lady Macbeth, I don't think this is a wildebeest braai. I would say it's wildebeest tartar. I mean, if you look at that cub who just walked on, you can see its hips, you can see its ribs. They've already lost a cub this week that we actually... I'm gonna keep quiet. Hello, Black Forest from the Black Forest in Germany. How incredible are those noises? So Bubble with Charles, some of the people we've been messaging are struggling to share. So could you make a post that Tristan and Co could share? It's amazing. Listen to those cubs. D, I'm also glad these cubbies are getting some food. Now, watch this. Queen Lakers, I appreciate your comment, but we follow these lions on a daily basis, and we're not interfering. As you can see, they're behaving naturally completely. If you have an issue with what we're doing, we're quite happy to respond to you. If you send us an email, oh, they just popped the tummy. I can now just smell the stomach content. If you send us an email at info@paintedDog.tv, we're quite happy to explain to you why we are here and why we are ethically here. So I'm not trying to attack you or anything, but I promise we are experts in what we do, and we've been filming wildlife for many years. And as you can see, the lions have taken no notice of us. But if you have some questions, we're very happy to answer them. I wish I could actually have a second camera to show you Matthew. Matthew, this is your third kill, fresh. Second fresh kill. So Matthew has now blocked his nose. They've just popped the stomach, so it actually smells a lot like digested grass. I actually don't mind the smell so much myself, but obviously Matthew, his second lion kill, I think it's probably my 800th. I'm quite used to it. We are very much downwind. The wind is blowing straight towards us. Okay. Vedrick, welcome. Go away, bird says, now I'm hungry. Richard, that's an excellent question. Now, how long a kill lasts obviously completely depends on the amount of animals that are here. Now, an adult wildebeest is, with bones and all, is over 200 kilograms, and we have, how many adult lionesses did we see this morning? 7. 7 adult lionesses, 13 cubs. So 20 lions in total. And it's not going to last long. We've been here for what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I can't even remember. But there's going, at the end of this, as you can see, there's literally a scrum of lions. There will be almost nothing left. Now, with a female wildebeest, some of the bigger lions, the adult lions, will be able to actually break down the ribs and eat the ribs and get into the marrow. There will probably just be the hips and the head left in the morning. Rutherford Clan, the hyenas at the den, which is about 3 kilometers from here, have already heard this. And I'm pretty sure they're on their way. And sorry, I just didn't want to make so much noise. Donna, I disagree with you. Our Pridelands hyenas, I think, are en route. There are probably, I'm going to take my hyenas within 100 meters of here, already listening. Our Pridelands hyena clan are not scared of lions. And our lions actually stayed away for almost a year while these cubs were very young. Now that the cubs are a bit older, the lions have started spending a lot more time on Pridelands. because the cubs are old enough to avoid the hyenas, etc. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Matthew. Raymond, sounds like our table at Thanksgiving. There you go. Rutherford Clan, who's been watching the live camera that we have on the Pridelands hyena den, said Saseka, one of the adult hyenas, is taken off, and I give it, I don't know, at the most 10 minutes before we start getting some hyena interaction. And it's one of the reasons the lions often are very, very quick in and out of Pridelands, because our hyena clan is so dominant. I've watched them fight off 5 or 6 lionesses for just going near the den. So guys, if I'm missing questions, I do apologize. I'm trying to keep an eye on the lions and also to see if the hyenas are arriving. Ooh, there was a nice little swat there. So if I have missed your question, I apologize. Just please post it again and we'll try and answer it. Remember this, guy, this is 100% live. This is happening on Pridelands Conservancy in the Greater Kruger National Park right this very second. So we're up to 144 people. Jindan, I promise no one will fall off the vehicle. Cookie, excellent question. So the hyenas we often see at the den are not the whole clan. As far as we know, there's nearly 20 different individuals in the oh, there we go, there goes right into the intestines. Matthew will show you, for sensitive viewers, just be warned. We are getting a little bit of rain at the moment, but we are not going to let the rain stop us. Matt, I will get you the rain cover. Is it? Have you got that? No. Are you sure you don't want the? Yeah. So we are getting a little bit of rain at the moment. Oh, thank you, Mary. Breakfast with lions. We've got 141 watching now, and a lot of you might be new or whatnot, but we are a relatively new channel, but we do produce live wildlife. This is the type of stuff you can expect, as well as me talking about insects and whatnot. So I'm going to do a little Instagram live. So you guys are going to have to bear with me. I will answer your questions at the same time. So you can please share. My goodness, I am an absolute Luddite when it comes to technology. Matthew, how do I make this thing turn around? Is that turn around? No. Bottom right. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I need to take off your TeamSpeak. I got to take off. So TeamSpeak, VM Co. If you need to get a message to me, you can send it through Matthew. Hello guys, we are live on Painted Dog TV's YouTube channel with a pride of lions feasting on a wildebeest. And if you would really like to watch this live and ask me questions about what's happening, please go jump across. All you need to do is go onto Painted Dog TV, search Painted Dog TV, look for our current live stream, and that is us watching a pride of lions devour a wildebeest live in the Greater Kruger National Park on the amazing Pridelands Conservancy. I'm not going to stay here long because I've got so many questions coming through on YouTube. So if you want to get your question answered, please jump across to the Painted Dog TV YouTube. You will find us there. Painted Dog TV, if you search us, you will find us. I know I'm a black mob, but that's fine because the most interesting thing is the lions eating a wildebeest. Okay, bye. Thank you, Marcy. So those who are sensitive, the baby wildebeest has just come out of the mom's tummy. So we do apologize for sensitive viewers. The big fight now going on is, anyway, we saw a hoof for 3 seconds. So sorry, Rutherford Klein, I actually thought they'd already got to the fetus. They hadn't yet. I apologize, guys. As beautiful as nature is, it can sometimes be incredibly brutal. I somehow mixed beautiful and brutal together. Saskia, this is the Ngati Pride. Samantha, thank you, Wendy. I'm not apologizing, I'm just explaining. Sinak, it was an adult female wildebeest, but she had a fetus inside and the lions ripped the fetus out. Fortunately, the fetus would have only been born in about 2 to 3 weeks. Sorry guys, I'm just going to start another. Oh, we're live. Hello everyone, we are live on Facebook now. We're with Painted Dog TV, myself, Brent Smith, and we've got Matthew Gee under an umbrella because of the rain. And the most exciting thing is we have a pride of lions feasting on a wildebeest right now. And if you want to watch, please head across to the Painted Dog TV YouTube channel. That is where you can ask me questions. I'm not going to answer any questions on Facebook, so you need to go across to YouTube. There I will answer your questions, and please share, like, subscribe, all that nonsense. But for right now, I'm going to concentrate on the lions. So head across to the Painted Dog TV YouTube channel. Our current live stream is lions eating a wildebeest 100 meters from our front door. Okay guys, I'm back with you. Saskia, it is the big pride. It is indeed the big pride. Big country, I'm not sure what you're saying about the Djuma chat. We're obviously on a very separate reserve from Djuma. We're on Pridelands, where Wild Earth does broadcast from, but however, we operate separately from here. Lady Macbeth, you will not be banned from our chat. You actually have to be a complete wanker to be banned from our chat. Sorry for my use of bad words if there are any small children there. Queen Lakers, I might have missed your original post. If you'd like to post it again, I'm quite happy to respond to it if you have a problem with what we're doing and where we are. Donna, we're not quite sure what all the genders of the cubs are, but last time I had a check, there were more males than females. Thank you, Costa. I'm very well. I'm sitting next to a pride of lions eating a wildebeest. What could be better? Yes, I know I said a bad word, Jetta. See, like, I think the hyenas have heard this. I'm going to do another scan with my spotlight shortly. I think the hyenas are coming in. Thank you, Big Country. We like to keep it honest here at Painted Dog TV. We will tell you the good, the bad, the in-between, and the ugly. Queen Lakers, I'm afraid I missed your point. So before you attack our loyal fans, please could you post what you said and let me respond to it personally. Oh, listen to that. Sinak, excellent question. Strangely enough, noise like this might even attract leopards and whatnot. They won't come in close, but they'll come in to just look to make sure they know where the lions are. Mary, excellent advice. Cookie, just ignore what's her face, unless she, please, what was her face? I can't remember. Leica or something. You're more than welcome to ask me the question directly. I apologize, I might have missed it. I'm quite busy. I've got nearly 20 lions sitting next to me eating a wildebeest, but I'm happy to answer your question directly if you please repost it. Well, Anthony, thank you very much. Well, if you don't want to come on safari with us, you're more than welcome to go on safari with someone else. Catherine, this is the Ngati Pride, the resident pride of Pridelands in Boston, or Quenga Safari Lodge, and it is a mega pride. There are 9 adult lionesses in this pride, and there were over 20 cubs. Unfortunately, they've had a bit of a rough dry season, so they've lost a few cubs, and they actually even lost a cub recently. Oh, Cookie, thank you so much for defending us. Safari Ngati, I'm glad I met you in the Mara. Lovely to have you here tonight. Sinak, a single lioness can take an adult wildebeest. Exactly, haters gonna hate. I just want to check, because I think the hyenas within the next couple of minutes should be getting quite close. So I'm just going to do a quick scan, because they've definitely heard this. Share us, the last we heard, the 2 males were quite far from here, up into the north, defending their northern boundary against some other males. Thanks, Agrod. Sally, as I said, the males we last heard were quite far away from here. Cookie, we all want to see fat cubby bellies after some of those skinny cubbies we saw this morning. Cookie, well, I hope it's the dinner that's going to suffer, not your watching of a live lion kill. Costa, they're actually defending their sort of little spots against each other. So lions are the most affectionate animals when they're not having dinner. When they're having dinner, oh, look, go off to the left. Oh, there's a lioness just ran off with a leg. And now, some of the pieces they're fighting over. as I said, big country. We actually saw Lagatha with the Pride. Oh, Matthew, just very, very cool, but not quite as exciting as hyenas. But look who's already here. There's a little black-backed jackal, right, 5 meters from the lions. Not quite brave enough. I wouldn't be brave enough to jump into that melee. Betty, they caught a wildebeest. An adult female wildebeest. And they did get a bonus. Well, I wouldn't say it's a bonus, but the wildebeest here are about 2 weeks away from giving birth. I'm just going to tighten for you, Matthew. How's that? Well, Sinak, it is becoming interesting. I still think the hyenas are just out of spotlight range, but they are listening and are getting close to what's going on. And as I said earlier, that I think it's going to get a bit more interesting as this carcass gets smaller and smaller. The fights might get bigger and bigger. Enthusiastically Dawn, unfortunately, she was pregnant. If you just join us, we were quite lucky. All we saw was a couple of the baby's feet. Big country, yes. I cannot guarantee Lagatha is here with the wildebeest carcass, but we did see her with the rest of the Pride this morning. Sinak, there's a jackal pair that actually lives very close to here on Impala Plains, which is about 200 meters from our house. We're about 70 meters from our front gate at the moment. Gentlemen, there are going to be no vultures. Well, the rain has fortunately gone away, so Matthew gets to take down his umbrella. They do not really operate at night. And the only place I've seen vultures operate at night is in the Mara, actually, and in the Kafui, and in Botswana, but only on full moon. On a dark, cloudy night like this, there's no chance of the vultures being able to come in here. Just go wide a little bit, Matthew. Just watch this sub-adult. Was it an adult? It's an adult lioness. She's had enough. I thought she was going to try dive back into the, what would you call it, Matthew? Scrum. Yeah, it's a scrum. This is the baby on the Okay, so as Matthew's pointed out, that is the fetus that has been taken out. Fortunately, it no longer looks like a fetus, and there's two of the cubbies feeding on it. Big country, there are occasionally crocodiles in Pridelands, but we are very, very far away from any of the permanent water where they could live. A murder cuddle, indeed. Well, as much as we would like to make it as human beings a murder cuddle, it's not. It's a survival cuddle for this Pride. For those who are on our private live safari this morning, you could see how emancipated, not emancipated, enunciated some of the cubs were. Oh, there we go. He's walking off with his fetus. No, it's a she who's walking off with her fetus, or piece of fetus. Oh, pleasure, Rosemary. I just want to have a quick look. No hyenas yet. I'm telling you, the hyenas are just out of sight. We know this, Pride. Oh, there's the jackal again in the background. How's that, Matt?
Yeah.
I'm just going to change torches quickly. You want it a little bit wider? That good?
Yeah.
Exactly, big country. They were bigger. There's. Oh, you can see the jackal behind, eh, Matt? Mm-hmm. I love a jackal. They literally have. I was trying to think of an eloquent way to put this, but I'll say it in a slightly not eloquent way. Balls of steel. Well, not quite then. A little cub walked on the other side, and the jackal took off. Eagles Pride, this pride was bigger. So there's the main Ngati pride and then what we call the breakaway. The breakaway consists of 2 lionesses and 5 cubs. And I think they made the right decision because this pride has lost quite a lot of cubs due to their size and their inability to hunt buffalo. So if this pride was like one of the prides we know from Djuma, like the my goodness, I've just gone blank. Brown ivory tree, Nkahuma pride. That was a cub who made that noise, by the way, guys. And that hunts and specialized in buffalo. I think this pride would have survived a lot better. However, we have been filming this pride for well over a year now, and they have never even attempted to hunt buffalo. We've sat 3 hours with them looking at buffalo, and they've never tried to hunt a buffalo. They seem to survive on, well, this for them is a big kill. All the other kills we've previously seen this pride on, and I mean, when they're all together before the breakaway, it was 9 adult lionesses and 22 cubs, and an impala doesn't go anywhere. Guys, just ignore Queen Lakers. Haters will be haters. But we're just really, really thankful for the rest of you here. So don't worry about fighting with an idiot, because idiots will be idiots. Tinak, it is indeed a blackback jackal. Jason, this is live. This is happening right now. Now, I'm still convinced that the Pridelands hyenas are very, very close. Marcy, it was not a cowbell, it was my water and ice in my water bottle. And to me, that is actually an excellent point. So what quite often happens is the current males don't really hunt buffalo, but new males might hunt buffalo and the rest of the pride will follow. My pleasure, Jason. Ryan, I think it is possible that they might break up more. However, I think what's more possible is that they will actually lose more cubs to exposure and malnutrition. At the moment, they're a fearsome hunting force. They just really need to start sort of upping their game and starting to hunt big animals such as buffalo, giraffe, hippo, to sustain the amount of cubs they have. Joyce, exactly, I agree with you completely. Unreal that a pride of this size will not hunt buffalo. Thank you, big country. Since we've had a mange outbreak, and if you look carefully at a lot of the cubs here, they are carrying mange, but not to the same degree as we saw in the Sabi Sands in 2016. And also, we're in the rainy season now, so as soon as the first rains arrive, the mange seems to dissipate. It seems to really, really take hold of the animals during the dry season. Indeed, Vanessa. Jason, there are actually two big males. Oh, look, there's a bum in the air. That could cause some drama. Sorry, Jason, I got sidetracked by... Oh, there we go. Have you had enough? Black, no, look, I mean, you look at that cub, he's trying to get the most. His tummy is still not full. Yeah, I'm just going to keep quiet because this could get feisty. You can still see his hip bone sticking out, unfortunately. Shreyas, eagle spray, it is not unusual for lion cubs to carry scars or cuts on them, and often they are not from what is perceived to be hyenas or evil forces. It is literally from feeding with the rest of the pride. Lions are the best of friends till dinner is involved. Jinan, we are live from Pridelands Conservancy in the Greater Kruger National Park, and this is the Ngati Pride. For those who don't know what Ngati means, it means blood, and the owner of Pridelands, who is a very, very close friend of mine, named this pride, and it's a positive story. There is a place on the south of this reserve that is called Ngati, which is the first place that Anton saw these animals. And I'm just going to keep quiet while they fight. As I say, I expect the fights to get more and more aggressive as the carcass gets smaller. So the Ngati Pride were named, it means blood in Shangaan. And the first time they were seen after Anton, the current owner of this farm, took over the ownership from a less than reputable human who used to illegally shoot lions and leopards. And the place they were first seen was a spot where he used to tie, the old owner used to tie baits to illegally shoot big cats. And they called it blood, obviously, because of the amount of blood that was taken from that area. And Anton actually told me that his reasoning about calling this pride the Ngati Pride over a spot where many of their relatives have probably been shot over the years, is because this is now a positive story. The fences have come down. Pridelands is now part of Greater Kruger, and the Ngati Pride has grown and prospered since then. And yes, they do spill blood, but the positive side of the story is their blood is no longer spilt by a human being. Cherry D, Bucket and BB are not part of this pride. We're on a different reserve tonight. So the owner of Pridelands is actually watching right now, and he just sent me a message wanting to know exactly where we are. So I've sent him a message. So guys, when I say we are still live and we are less than 100 meters from our house, we're not lying. Oh, thanks so much for that cookie. Thanks, Rutherford. 233. It might be a record for us. Theo, I'm unable to type at the moment, but for those who want to know how the pride is spelled, it's N-G-A-T-I, Ngati. Jetta, as soon as they're finished eating, the bonding will start again. And as soon as the ones who've had enough will move off to the side, and it shows you how big and how much under stress this pride is, that not one is moved off from feeding yet. And as I said, I think that the fights are going to get more intense. Enthusiastically Dawn, it is the, oh my goodness, I'm trying to remember the name of the coalition now. They're originally from the Timbavati. Just give me a second, I'll remember. As I said, I still think that lioness now with her head up, I think she might have smelt a hyena. I'm just going to have a quick look. In these situations, it's not uncommon to have, oh, hello big girl. And look at her belly, she's still hungry. I thought I heard a hyena close by doing a low contact call a couple of seconds ago, and the fact that the jackal has moved off means that I think the hyenas might be on their way. Indeed, Catherine, and it is our duty to be able to share this with you guys when we can, and to educate people to make sure that these creatures never, ever disappear from our planet. Oh, thank you so much, Cookie. It means so much. Thank you, Corin. Yeah, boy. You can download our Painted Dog TV app and you can keep up with us, or just follow our socials. Well, Sinak, the show ain't over yet. We're not going anywhere. So guys, it's not a car bowl, it's me just trying to have a sip of water out of my water bottle that's got some ice in it. Matthew, would you like a sip? So I went like, it's actually not water, it's Red Bull, guys. We're gonna have to drink some Red Bull to stay awake. I hope someone from Red Bull is watching and sponsors us in the future. Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Giraffe Girl. Guys, the questions. Jason, I would love an apple juice, but I'm working now. Betty, it is 20 to 9 at night. So guys, if the lions start fighting and making a noise, I'm going to keep my voice very down so you guys can hear. Africa Sky, Anton would love to join. He's actually chatting to me on my phone, but he is, unfortunately for him, in meetings in Johannesburg. Masangula, thank you, Barbara. That is the name of the Male Lion Coalition. The Masangula Male Lions. Now we've got our first lioness who's sort of stopped diving into the fray, off to the right. Oh, we got an evil over-the-shoulder look from one of them. As I said, the competition and noise is probably going to get bigger and bigger. Thank you, Paris. Richard, indeed, this is a single pride. Oh, look at this little fat monster on the right with his completely darkened face. I will add some more light for there, Matthew. Yeah. This guy is so fat. It's the second lion to sort of pull out, and if you saw him standing, I think it's a little boy, just judging from his head and neck. His belly was massive. Okay. My other lines are looking off to the right, so I'm just going to check if there's any hyenas coming in yet. So the one thing the lions have in their benefit this evening is the hyena den, if you can see my torch, is that way. And the wind is blowing really strongly from the hyena den towards us. So there is a chance that the hyenas might not have heard that much. Well, he thinks he's a Black Panther, Eagle Spray. My grumpy old man also thinks so. Now, see that lioness standing up? That's quite interesting. Oh, Fatty's trying to get back in. And Fatty was one of the skinnies that we saw this morning. Canadian age range, I would say the youngest cub, which is probably the most deeply buried cub, is about 4 months. 4 months old. And the older cubs are up to about 8 months old. Thank you, Eagle Spray. Theo, I still believe that those hyenas are going to make an appearance. Oh, look at that smack. It's been a long day. I'm not going to ask Matthew to pull off the lines onto me putting another Red Bull into my cup, but yeah, it has been a long day. Matthew, we started our day at 4:30 this morning. Did you have a nap today, Matthew?
Yeah.
Oh, Matthew had a nap. I didn't have a nap today, Matthew. Rosemary, I agree with you. I think the hyenas are gathering reinforcements, and I'm really hoping that even with the wind blowing in the opposite direction from the hyena den, that, oh, there we go. I think that's the first hyena. I just saw eye shine on the edge that was too high to be a jackal, and its head bobbed like a hyena and then disappeared again. Let me just do a quick slow scan so Matthew can keep up with me. Alright, we got our jackal friend there. There's the blackback jackal, waiting for his scraps. Yeah, I know these hyenas. These hyenas are close. I'm telling you, what I saw just over here a second ago was a hyena just having a look from the periphery. And I wouldn't be surprised if shortly we start hearing low, very loud calls. So I'm going to save this torch. Otherwise we're going to run out of torch battery or spotlight battery. Thank you to the pad. Yes, it's been a long day. Yes, we try. I mean, we can't predict every time there's going to be an interaction like this, but the fact that we got the report that the lions were heading straight to our house and the Springboks lost was a combination. I know quite a few of you will be on live drive with me early tomorrow morning on a private safari. So hopefully the lions haven't moved far and we can come join them in the morning. Catherine, indeed. Now you ask me pounds. Now I've got to do maths. Maths has never been my strong point, Catherine. If I remember correctly, in kilograms, a lion can eat between 12 and 15 kilograms in a single sitting. So if I have to convert that into pounds, 33 pounds. So maybe you could push it up to 40 pounds for a big lion. Twitter plate, I don't even think a big male can eat 120 pounds at a time. That is 50 kilograms of meat. Their stomach would not be able to handle that. Come on guys, we're on 270. Let's push to get over 300. Hello Margie, welcome. We are live on the Pridelands Conservancy. Ooh, I'm just let the lions talk for me. In the Greater Kruger National Park. I saw someone who's obviously knows the area. How far are they from the Jejang cut line? About 600 meters. Have a look, zoom, so I can see on this, on the neck. There is, look at that, it's absolutely amazing. Matthew's picked it up. So the stomach content smell has attracted a dung beetle, which was crawling on a lion's neck, which is now probably going to be eaten by a lion by accident. A suicidal dung beetle. That dung beetle is really irritating that cub. Did he fall off? Yeah. I was trying to get a close-up of the dung beetle. There we go, Jason, you were spot on it. It was indeed a dung beetle. I hope for the dung beetle's sake it doesn't end up as lion feces in the morning. Everyone is giving you much praise, Matt, for spotting the dung beetle. Exactly. I think we're on 270 viewers. Come on guys, share it. We can get over 300. It'll be definitely a first for Painted Dog on a live broadcast to get over 300 viewers at the same time. Thank you, Rosemary. Jason, you can send your screenshots to us at info@painteddog.tv, but we'd much prefer it if you share it all over social media and just tag us. Kitty kitty bang bang, it is not a buffalo, it is actually a wildebeest. We actually went around, we heard the lions were coming towards our house, and then we saw all these eyes running towards us, and we thought it was actually impala on the open plains. running away, but it was the lions running towards where one of the adult females had actually caught something. Thank you, TD Kid One. Okay, so guys, I'm going to keep a lot more quiet for the next little while because the sound of these lions fighting over the scraps of this carcass is going to be unbelievably epic. Katerina, welcome. As I said, so what often happens with these type of live wild broadcasts is people speak too much. So it is 5 minutes to 9 o'clock here in South Africa, and I'm just going to keep quiet till we hit 9 o'clock and just let you listen to the incredible sounds of the lions. So if I do miss any of your questions, I apologize, but just send them again. I will chat to you in 5 minutes. Oh my goodness, I've been quiet for 5 minutes and we've broken 300. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you, Sassy, Cassie, Claire, everyone who's donated. This is absolutely amazing for us to be able to share this with you live. And this is happening, as I said, less than 150 meters from our front door. And of course, we wouldn't be able to do this without the incredible work of the Pridelands Conservancy, who took this in the last 5 years from being a fenced area outside of Greater Kruger, where animals like lions and leopards and hyenas were persecuted, to now a haven for these amazing creatures. Oh, pleasure, Nirvana Star. Diane, there are 7 adult lionesses and 13 cubs, so 20 lions in total. And as I said, I'm hoping, well, not hoping, I'm actually expecting the Pridelands hyenas to arrive. I think we saw one hyena briefly earlier, just bobbing and ducking its head on the edge. And we've had blackback jackals. We've had all sorts. Sassy, we didn't catch the kill live. We actually found the whole pride and all the cubs running over an open area to this area. There were so many lions that I thought it was impala initially, and then I realized that they were actually running towards where one of the adults had made a kill. Thank you, Barbara. Addison, thank you for joining us from Canada. And as I said a bit earlier, I just wanted you guys to experience sort of what I was experiencing. That's why I didn't say a word for 5 minutes, just to listen to these incredible sounds. I don't want to ruin. Oh, look. So that cub has got a rib bone. No? Oh, that's the fetus's leg. So, unfortunately for the wildebeest population, this wildebeest that they caught was pregnant. Thank you, Yo-Yo. But yeah, I'm actually quite happy that we didn't actually get to see too much of the fetus. We just saw a little leg and whatnot come out. Because sometimes on carcasses and kills like this, it can be quite disturbing, because I have seen in the past like fetuses try stand up after they've been pulled out of mom's tummy. But fortunately with this many lions, we didn't have to see anything that disturbing. And I actually quite like lion kills like this, when there's so many lions, that we are spared a lot of the gruesomeness. Julie, I agree. So happy to see them something killed bigger than an impala, because they have been struggling. Percheron Creek, yes. Fortunately, it wasn't a cub with another's tail. Thank you, Cookie. Nancy, our pleasure. Sassy, unfortunately, the wildebeest was pregnant. Jacqueline, my pleasure. On that note, taking a cue from Jacqueline, I'm going to do another 5 minutes of silence just to let you listen to this incredible sound. As I said, as this carcass gets smaller, the fighting and the incredible noise is going to get louder. I'm messing about with my microphone. I'm trying to get it in the best spot for you guys to hear. It's now stuck on my zip. I was going to be quiet for 5 minutes, but we started to see some of the first individuals that have eaten enough move away from the carcass. Nancy, the male lions are really far away. If they were within 2 or 3 kilometers, they would have heard this and come charging in. Andy, it's really, really funny because lion cubs will meet each other for one last morsel. Sonic, I would love to be able to identify Lagerthad, but in this current scrum of lions, it's near impossible. I cannot even actually 100% confirm she's here. She was with them when we found them this morning, but still hanging on the peripheries. So I'm pretty sure she's in there. Lagatha's got quite a distinctive scar on her forehead, but as you look at that mass of lines, it's really difficult to try identify the individual females. Indeed, the wind is picking up. We had a little bit of rain earlier. Hopefully it stays away. Thank you, Cookie. And on Cookie's little post there, don't forget that on Sunday night is Animal World Live, and we're going to be announcing some very exciting things. And one of those is we're going to be slowly moving away from Patreon, but there will still be deals. Matt, you happy? That good? To be had, and you're going to get a lot more than one drive a month. Rosalind, I don't even know how long we've been here. Matt?
90 minutes nearly.
We've been here 90 minutes, an hour and a half.
Started 90 minutes ago.
Oh, we went live 90 minutes ago. We've been at the kill for then probably an hour. The only reason the kill has lasted as long as it has is to a degree that a lot of the lions, even if they've got full bellies, now if you look, I'm going to try to put my hand in, just go a little bit wider, Matt. So, let me try to figure this out. Whoops, whoops, other way.
Bit delayed.
Let me try, there, that line is. That one. She's got a completely full belly. She's not actually feeding at all. She's just lying on top of a piece of meat to try to protect it. Thank you, open to suggestions. Well, hopefully we'll be back in the Masai Mara soon, but I can't say too much about that just yet. Christina, unfortunately not. The adults will eat as much as possible, even before the cubs. Lions sort of work on a very different sort of program, even to hyenas and wild dogs. And it might sound a bit harsh, but a lioness will choose to survive and breed again rather than protecting her cubs sometimes. Oh, listen to that. That was a cub. That deep was actually a cub. Giraffe girl and Randy. Randy, I'm sure your girls are the epitome of etiquette at mealtime. Oh, Canadian, excellent question. So this pride actually only really moved onto the property after Anton had dropped fences and stuff like that. So they were actually used to being viewed by vehicles and not being persecuted. The animals that were persecuted quite heavily here, in particular, were leopards. Oh, hello. See, she still doesn't have a big belly. She's eaten enough to give Matthew the evil eye. The hyenas, I mean, if we think about a year and a half, a year ago, when we started viewing the hyenas, they used to run from the vehicles. And with careful driving and trust, the hyenas almost completely, listen to that, ignore us at the moment. So Canadian, it all depends on the individuals, lions, hyenas, property, and also who drives on the property. Oh, there's some big smacks going on there. And how you drive. People really, really don't realize that how you approach an animal with a safari vehicle and whatnot is really important. And someone approaching animals badly can actually put you back months, where there's approaching the right way can bring down months when it comes to habituation. So there's no single one answer to that, but we're very, very fortunate in terms of everyone who's operating on Pridelands that we're very, very lucky in how everyone respects the animals and how they drive. So hey guys, there's so many questions. I'm trying to keep up. Twitter, pated, they're always going to stink in the morning. Lions always stink, regardless of what they've eaten the night before. Sonic, thanks so much. Lady Macbeth as well. We do believe in freedom of speech here at Painted Dog TV. There are some rules, and if I have to quote one of our rules, which is sort of a company rule, which is, I'm trying to think how to say this nicely. Don't be rude, just be cool. If you become rude and you start attacking other people, then we have you will get banned. But generally, if you have something nice to say, or if you want to have a chat with your friend, you're more than welcome to do that on Painted Dog. Randy, I apologize. The girls fighting over ice cream. I'm sure they were more civilized than the lions fighting over the last of the wildebeest. Twitter pad, 1 hour 40 minutes bent. I assume you meant to say Brent. Don't worry, I've been called Bent as a nickname for many years. Thank you, Randy. Oh, thanks so much, Mary. Thanks, Sassy. Sonic, I have seen the split 5 cubs, 2 lionesses, but I haven't actually seen them in a while. I've actually been seeing this pride a lot more often. Our pleasure, Edith. Okay guys, if I've missed so many questions. I'm trying to keep up, but it's really difficult. Thank you so much for all your comments and whatnot. Thanks, Snoozy. Hello, Margot. Sassy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Sassy. Cassie. Shiras, they have been named, but we're going to have to wait to tell you that name. I need Anton's permission to share them. Thank you, Twitter Pated. Yeah, I was trying to think. I obviously got a little bit boisterous with my language earlier. Okay, sorry guys. Oh, thank you, Rutherford Clan. Okay. I can't keep up all the questions. Thank you so much, everyone. If there's any questions that I really need to listen to, I'm going to go back onto TeamSpeak. Pavel, if I miss anything, or Virm, whoever is sitting in final control, please let me know. I do apologize if I missed your questions. I'm trying to look at questions, watch the lions, all at the same time. Here are the fights. Thank you, Yvonne. I also think these hyenas are clever enough to realize that this is not a good time to come in when these lions are so hungry. But I'm almost certain there's a hyena. Ooh, listen to that. Okay, if I get quiet, I'm just moving my microphone closer to the lions roaring or growling again, so you can hear it nicely, rather than listen to me go on and on and on. Thank you, D. James, that is not the name that the owner of Pridelands and I agreed on. we will announce the names before Christmas. So I've only seen one hyena briefly come up on the peripheries and then disappear, and I haven't heard them calling for backup yet. But the Pridelands hyenas are so adept at hunting and feeding themselves, and also beating up lions, that I wouldn't be too surprised if they don't arrive. Thank you, Rosemary. Yeah, guys, I'm going to do another quiet 5 minutes just so you can listen to the lions. While I'm being quiet, I will try to remember all your questions, but for 5 minutes, if I don't answer your question, just please pop the question in again. guys. Okay, I'm back to answer your questions. The male lions were really far away from here earlier this evening, and it's not uncommon for the pride to be far away from the males, as the males have, in a lot of cases, multiple prides under their territory, and they've got to defend it from other males. So even with all the noise these lions are making, the dominant males of this pride were a good 7 or 8 kilometers away from here earlier this evening. So they probably won't arrive. There are some nomadic males that might arrive, which could cause absolute pandemonium, because they would try kill the cubs, and it would cause a lot of problems. Now, I know quite a few of you are asking about the males. The males aren't here. And if any of you are wondering, this is 100% live from the Greater Kruger National Park on the incredible Pridelands Conservancy. And this is the Ngati Pride of Lions. At full strength, they've actually split recently. There are 9 adult females, and there were at a stage close 19 or 20 cubs. They've got so big that the cubs have actually struggled to survive, because this pride doesn't really hunt buffalo. So this is one of the biggest animals we've seen them take down. We've seen them take down, we actually didn't see this takedown, but we've seen them feeding on kudu, zebra, and impala. A lot of times we see them feeding on impala. This is an adult female wildebeest who was pregnant, so they've done very well. But currently, at this very moment, we've got 7 adult lionesses and 13 cubs, all feeding off the same carcass. And as the food gets less and less, the aggression between the individuals in the pride is going to become more and more. I'm just really happy to see them get quite a big meal, because we watched them this morning and some of the cubs were looking really, really, really bad. And we actually found, well, Eco Training found yesterday one of the cubs had been separated from the pride during a hunt and had died. So it's really, really good to see them having a good meal. What's even better is they're about 100 meters from our front gate, and hopefully for those of you joining us for private safari early tomorrow morning, we will find happy fat lions as we drive out. Now, that is never a guarantee on a live safari. As I say, we are 100% live right now, so if there are any new people here, you can ask me questions. Thanks, Judith. Oh, thank you, Ilkray. Canadian, I agree with you completely. And this pride's been under so much pressure, eating small prey, and they've got so big, and that's why they've lost a lot of cubs over the dry season. Their inability to bring down large prey like giraffe, buffalo, hippo, and trying to survive on smaller prey with so many cubs is near impossible. Sonic, no. All these cubs have eaten meat for quite a while. The majority of the cubs have actually been weaned already. I think in this pride there's only 2 or 3 cubs that are actually still feeding off milk. I said, we saw one very short glimpse, well I did, of a hyena just on the peripheries. We've had a black-backed jackal here, and I'm certain that the hyenas are lying not far away, waiting for their chance. Now, the Pridelands hyena clan is so well fed that I don't think they need to really try come fight with this many lions. I think they might just wait for the scraps. Jason, have you ever watched the Simpsons cartoon Eating Dinner? This is so much like it. Indeed, Eagle's Prayer. These cubs really needed a good meal. Paul, I've put my microphone underneath my jersey to stop the wind. Matthew, have you got, how's it sounding? Or above or VM, have we got the wind off the mic? Okay. So the wind is picking up. We did get a bit of rain earlier. Hopefully the rain stays away. Because as much as we would sit here through the rain, humans are waterproof, cameras not so much. Omaha, there's no rival lion pride close to us. I think the next closest pride, which is their boundary pride, is a good 4 or 5 kilometers from where we are now. But that's the boundary. Shreyas, right. If you can sleep with lions growling and fighting over a carcass, I'll be impressed. Costa, there's no more cowbell. My ice is finished. My Red Bull is nearly finished. Marcy, it is indeed incredible to be able to sit live 5 meters away from a pride of lions, feasting upon a wildebeest. Poor Matthew, I finished a whole memory card for you to dump tomorrow on my other camera. I have a second memory card for you. We think Pixie Pan is denning again in the area where we do not currently have access to. Hopefully she does come out at some point. You can see some of the animals now are not getting involved in the scrum. Do you have any more memory cards with us, Matthew? The second memory card is too slow. Apparently there's elephants at the hyena den. Well, I think most of the adult hyenas are within 100 meters of us, listening to the lions feast and waiting for an opportunity. Oh my goodness, look at this flat cubby. Look at his belly. That is a fat cat. Our pleasure, Ellen. Mary, it's going to be a very short nap for Matt and I. What is the time? I don't even know what the time is. Oh, it's still early. Thank goodness this is not happening at like 11:30. Then we'd have about 4 hours before we'd have to be out again. Exactly, Judith. Everyone thinks lions pick up scars from hunting or other animals, but it's generally just from dinner. Grumpy old man, blood on your face. Big disgrace. Except these lions are going to not be kicking a can all over the place. Our pleasure, Terry. Is it Thanksgiving? No, it can't be Thanksgiving. Is it Thanksgiving tonight? No, I can't remember what day Thanksgiving is. But it's around now. We're not sure about the dominant males, but the last male we've seen regularly around leopard around this area is the pale male. Well, that's what I call him. And he's a very difficult male to photograph or film. He doesn't like cars, he runs away. Next week's Thanksgiving. Next week, Thursday. Well, the Lions got Thanksgiving early. Might be in slightly bad taste, but they got, what are they called? A turducken? Which is a turkey with a chicken inside. Duck, not chicken, sorry. I got my Thanksgiving stuff wrong. Now, as I said, look what's going to happen now. As this carcass gets smaller and smaller, the aggression might get more and more. And guys, I'm going to bear with the wind. Whoopsie, now I dropped my torch. Bear with the wind, but I'm going to put the microphone again closer to the cats. If I can undo my zip, because when they do make a noise, it is going to be worth it. Oh no, it's attached to my... I've made a mess attached to my ears. I'm just going to get that. Here we go. Jason, sorry, my last comment. Very well played, Jason. A turducken is very foul meat. I know I'm supposed to be quiet, but it is so good to see these cubs with a big belly. Black widow spider, there is very little left. Rutherford Clan, if we could, we would use a wind filter, but I'd rather you experience this raw and real live right now. Jetta, I will respond to your question in a few minutes once we've listened to the incredible sound of the lions. Okay, last thing. Abdali Farah, if you think that, you don't know hyenas well at all.
Okay, I'm back, guys. As I said, you can see the lions are getting a little bit more fierce. Some of the adults have, well, actually only one of the adults has stopped feeding. Actually, I'm going to turn off some of our lights because I'm being bombarded by dung beetles. Shante, they're dining on a wildebeest. So if I've missed any questions again, please guys just pop them on again. You guys have been absolutely incredible with all your questions. So Crookstead, that's a fascinating question. Do they eat any grass or any roughage to aid with their digestion? Very seldom. Generally, you'll only see lions sort of eating grass when they are really hungry, and sometimes to make themselves vomit. But unlike us, they don't need vegetable-based food or roughage. Their digestive system is really, really keyed into taking protein. Just go to the, yeah, she's going to try dive in again. I mean, look at that belly. I mean, some of these lions have actually eaten more than they can handle, but will rather lie over a piece of meat than let someone else get a snack. Vippy, that's a great question. I mean, big pregnant female wildebeest, 300 kilos, combined weight of 20 lions. Average weight of a lioness in this area is probably about 120 kilos, so 7 times 120. Charles, or whoever's listening on the other side, you guys can do the maths for me because you all know I'm horrible at maths. So 7 times, call it 120 is an average. So this might be some a bit less, some a bit more. Oh, look, she's trying to sneak back in. Could. Oh. So 840 kgs of adult lioness. I'm not even going to try do the maths of the 13 cubs, but I would guess they probably come up to 500 kilograms. So you've got over 1,000 kilograms of lions eating about 240, 250 kilograms of wildebeest. Oh, look at this little cub. It is completely covered in stomach content. It's almost changed color. Lady Macbeth, maths, arithmetic, same thing to me. Big Country, if the breakaway pride, the 2 lionesses and 5 cubs, were close enough to hear all of this, there is a very good chance, because they've only split recently, that they might come try for a meal. But they would have to be close enough to hear this growling and whatnot. Oh, there's another completely black cub coming around. Well, not quite completely, but look at that little belly. That one's been stuck into the stomach, but still wants to try get some more. As I said, some of the lions now have actually even stopped feeding, and they're just trying to lie on a piece of meat to protect it for later. Sorry, I just need to check how much battery we've got on this torch before we swap. Oh, there's elephants at the hyena den. Oops. Oh. I just heard a whole bunch of guinea fowls alarm just behind where everything's going on. So it could be anything. I mean, it could even be a leopard who's been attracted to these noises, but it was behind there somewhere. So we just got to be quite sparing on our spotlights before they run out of battery. So we're only using one at a time at the moment. Oh, this is one of the youngest cubs coming around there, Matthew. So that is the youngest cub, about 4 months old. It's got a good meal. It's still eating stomach content. You can actually see the... Oh, there we go. As I said, it's going to get feisty. Better, Matt?
Yep.
Yeah. So we're just trying to be quite careful with our spotlights. Safari Lover, not at all actually. As you can see, the lions are paying us absolutely no attention, even me speaking. They really don't mind us being here. Now, it's actually quite an interesting story, and I do apologize to anyone who doesn't believe in evolution or whatnot. So lions evolved at about the same time as we did, around 200 to 350,000 years ago. So there's a very, very distinct relation between human beings and lions. However, human beings never wandered around at night, and cars are only just over 100 years old. So they don't actually have an instinctive response to us on a vehicle. And if you do not sort of push them or drive in carefully, or if you do drive carefully, some feistiness going on, the animals will actually completely ignore you. And a car doesn't smell like anything a lion would know instinctively. It smells like petrol and oil and plastic and steel. So not something that a lion would have an instinctive response to, a threat response to. However, strange enough, if you stand up on a vehicle, the upright or bipedal figure of man, and man is the dominant diurnal predator. During the day, 98% of the time, a lion will actually growl and run away from a human being walking. At night, they will eat you. End of story. They are the dominant nocturnal predator. We are the dominant diurnal predator. And when you want to go home when it gets dark, that's actually your caveman instincts kicking in, telling you that if you stay out at night, things like lions and bears and whatnot will have you for dinner. Oh, we can just see the remnants of the rib cage of that wildebeest popping up now. As I said, there's very little meat left now. There's likely to be some argy-bargy. I'm really hoping the fact that they killed last night and killed tonight, and some of the lions we saw this morning had a full belly, that the ones who didn't have quite as full a belly are getting some tonight. Thank you for joining us, Marcy. Typically, they don't actually eat the stomach content, they eat the stomach lining. So what we saw that little cub doing was actually taking a bit of the stomach lining, tripe, I think we'd call it in human terms. Randy, it's not your age, it's your survival instincts. Kim, this is the Ngati pride of Pridelands and Quenga. Lady Macbeth, tripe is not lungs. Tripe is actually the correct word for the stomach lining. Hello back, Chow Chows in North Wales. Oh. Patricia, there are 2 dominant males in this pride. This also answers Hello Laura's question. I'm just going to go, I'm just going to use that. So we've got 2 flat lionesses now that have managed to eat enough. One is comatose off to the left. The other, look how heavy she's panting off to the right. I don't think she could fit another morsel of wildebeest in her belly if she tried. Dance in the Rain says I'll pass on my lunch. Kitty kitty bang bang, have I ever eaten wildebeest? I actually have. Corin, yes, the cubs can eat enough to get sick, vomit it up, and then they'll actually eat it again. Lady Macbeth, different countries, different names. I call my stomach lining lights. So Lady Macbeth, as far as I know, tripe is stomach lining from a scientific point of view. I don't know if it's different countries or whatnot, but tripe is literally the lining of the stomach with the little internal hairs, etc. I might be wrong though. Maybe it is just a different country. Diane, I don't think she's eating the brain. Even with an animal that's got as powerful jaws as a lion, they're not going to be able to crack open the brain carcass of a wildebeest. Eagles prey, they indeed are cleaning this carcass like hyenas, where there are so many lions and they are so hungry. Hello, Laura. Not quite wild dog style, because the lions will actually fight another lion not to eat what they vomit up. They will not share. Costa, yes. I think when they're done eating, they will move possibly not far, but 100, 200 meters away from where the carcass is, particularly when we've got as younger cubs as this guy with his back to us, and especially if the hyenas and stuff are coming. Oh, there's a hyena. So there's a hyena just moved behind them off to the left. So the hyenas are here, they're just not coming forward yet. I think they've realized that it's possibly not worth trying to take on this pride, and there will be enough sort of big bones like the hip bones and the skull, the femurs and whatnot left that the lions are not going to be able to take advantage of, that the hyenas will be able to take advantage of once the lions move off. Let me just have a quick look, make sure. Okay, we're just going to save the second spotlight. Kathy, JJ, you were exactly correct. As I was saying a little bit earlier, as my understanding is, tripe is specific to ruminants, so animals that have 4 stomachs, and it is that edible lining of the stomach. So as Rosemary says, antelope lining is also known as tripe. So any ruminant, so any animals that chew the cud, their stomach is known as tripe. Well, that makes me wonder, is zebra stomach known as tripe? As far as I know, it is, even though zebras are not a ruminant. Well, that is something I'm going to have to look up. As I say, the best thing about being out in the bush every day is that I always learn something new, because I get incredible questions from people like you that I can't actually answer, which means I got to go hit the books. Tonpa, we are very far from Pondoro. Pondoro is on the Olifants River, 20, 25, 30 k's. Big country. Pig stomach lining called chitlins and mar. I did not know that. As I said, as far as I know, well, there we go, Lady Macbeth. Haggis is, tripe is the bag that they put everything else that goes into haggis in. It would, Laura, as I said, I'm not sure whether tripe is specific to ruminants or whether it is just stomach lining from any animal. As I said, I'm going to have to go do my homework well, probably not when I get home. When I get home, I'm going to bed, but at least tomorrow morning. Lady Macbeth, haggis is indeed different, but as far as I know, haggis is put inside the stomach lining, which is tripe, and then everything else is stuffed inside. I might be wrong. Zach, the cub that had the interesting growth on its head has been dead for at least a couple of months. Yes, that unfortunately it didn't survive. So, guys, you know, Zach's actually spent some time out on Pridelands with us. Thank you, VIP or VIVP. Me neither, Twitter pated. I'm not eating any feet either. Neither are the lions, actually, and neither are the hyenas. It is one of the few, well, the horns and the feet are one of the few things that large carnivores can't digest. It is made up of keratin, which is the same as our hair or nails or a rhino horn. And there are very specific insects, particularly moths. And the same moths that we fight against at home, that we put mothballs against, that eat curtains and linen and etc., they are actually able to digest keratin. So horn moths are able to break down the horns and the hooves, but even a hyena stomach isn't able to break down hooves or horns. Shiraz, I mean, hyenas, and particularly hyenas in this area, I would say 80% of what they eat, they hunt themselves, and only 20% they scavenge. But a lot of the bigger bones that even an animal as powerful as a lion isn't able to break down or break open to get to the really nutrient-rich bone marrow, the hyenas are able to. So yes, this would definitely feed a few hyenas' tummies. Abdulli, it completely depends on how many hyenas, how many lions. If we had a large group of hyenas who had killed this wildebeest, if we had this many hyenas, 20 hyenas, I would say the carcass would have been pulled apart far quicker. A lot of the hyenas would have actually run off with as bigger pieces as possible to eat independently, whereas the lions will eat as a group. Not very friendly, but the hyenas will actually try sort of steal legs and pieces and run off and feed on them. Thank you, Ulrike. Tripe refers to the stomach of any ruminant, but in culinary terms, it might refer to any animal with a stomach that can be consumed. I think we should feed Matthew tripe tomorrow. No, Matthew doesn't want tripe. And I've got a pretty tough stomach, and I've eaten almost anything under the sun that can be eaten in Africa. And there's one thing I don't eat, and that's matumbos, which is basically the Zulu or Shangaan word for stomach content. I don't eat stomach. Well, Sassy Cassie, there is still a bit of meat left, but a lot of the lions now will actually be chewing sort of on the softer bones, particularly the edge of the ribs. You can actually see that if we go like that, you can see how the rib cage and the ends of the ribs have been fed on, and they'll be able to break down quite a bit of that and break that down. Well, there we go. Are you also going to go flop? You've got quite a big belly, my girl. Not that big though. What always amazes me when you spend time like this at a carcass, how some of the lions become so absolutely filthy. They sort of change color. But when we come back in the morning and they've all groomed and licked each other, they all look pristine and priceless again. Ooh, Julie, I have read some of that, but again, argument, taking into weight versus size versus whatnot. But as someone who spent a lot of time with a lot of the animals, there's nothing quite like a hyena when it comes to breaking down big bones. And even though a wild dog, size-wise, so we're gonna have to change torches because I think, yep, we're done on this one. Tompa, there's not a Lions of Pridelands Facebook group yet, but we would encourage you to download the Painted Dog TV app, and we can make a Lions of Pridelands group on our app. There is a hyenas of hyenas of Pridelands group on Facebook. However, there's quite a lot of content that is shared on our app that is not accessible on Facebook. So we do encourage you to download the Painted Dog TV app. It is both on the iOS store and the Android store. So what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm worried we're going to run out of torch battery. So I'm just going to move the car slightly, Matt, so we can use the headlights. It's okay, guys, to shine onto the lions, and we can keep our spotlights just in case the hyenas arrive. Actually, as I said, we've had 2-3 glimpses of hyenas on the peripheries. Oops, nearly lost the torch. How's that, Matt? Wait. How's that? Wait, there we go. So unfortunately our car fan has to stay on, but otherwise we're gonna have to leave earlier than I'd like to. Oh, can hear some thunder and see some lightning. Sorry, Big Country, I might have missed your question.
kitty bang bang. The bones that have the most marrow would be the fibia. Yes. So the fibia, the large hip bones. Our pleasure, golden hour. I said I don't want to go anywhere. We'll stay here for as long as possible. I just want to make sure. Now we've had a couple of glimpses of hyenas probably about 30 or 40 meters away behind the lions, but hyenas are so incredibly intelligent and strategic. They know when and when not to make a move, and obviously they've decided now is not the time to make a move. Trying to look around the edges to see if the hyenas are planning. A sneaky maneuver. As I said, I think they're being very strategic tonight. Ooh, growly. Oh, someone's leaving with a piece, or leaving with the head actually. Head and a full belly. It almost looks like Lagatha, to be honest. A bit smaller than the other lionesses, but we can't be sure. I'm not saying it is Lagatha. Okay, wait. I can't deal with the noise of the fan, so I'm going to do that again. Say when, Matt?
Yeah.
Let me move so we don't have the front of the car. Now, very important, particularly in situations like this, you can hear I let the engine run for a bit. Oh no. It's just a bit cold, and the badger, bless her soul, is the same age as me, 38 years young. So our vehicle is made in 1983. I'm just going to go back to where we were next to them. Happy, Matt? The wind has picked up quite a bit. Lady Macbeth, I'm not talking about how the ref robbed us this evening. Eagles play, the badger's just a little bit cold. She doesn't like it. We haven't actually moved her for a while. When the engine's warm, she purrs. Randy, yeah, we saw Lagatha with the Pride this morning, sort of hanging on the peripheries. Is in Dao. Is in Dao. I know what that means. Yes, I agree. 38 is the perfect age.
Unfortunately, Randy, sometimes VM and I are the mechanics. We actually do have a wonderful mechanic, but the car is old, and old cars with chokes don't like the cold. Slightly funny story. Hang on, there's plovers alarming. You never know when male lions might arrive. Right. Oh, look, let's go. I think if we can get a closer look at her head, we should be able to tell whether it's Lagatha or not. Lagatha has a very distinct scar on her forehead. Welcome back, Sinak. It's difficult for me to tell, but I do think that is Lagatha. Matt, just follow my torch. I just saw some movement. It's the jackal. It's running off again. But I'm going to go very slowly so Matt can follow. Going back to the left. So we've had 2 glimpses of hyenas in the background, but they don't seem to be coming forward just yet. Oh, hello, Cubby. I'm just going to move this there. Better. I mean, this little cub is completely covered in stomach content. Ooh, Donné. Do I prefer leopards or lions? I prefer wild dogs. That way I'll just stay neutral on the leopard-lion debacle. I actually enjoy... Oh, wait, let's go. Oh, she's gone down again. I do think that's Lagatha. She looks a lot younger than the other lionesses. I couldn't see properly whether she had that little scar, but that can also... Big country, I wish. So you guys must remember to join Animal World Live on Sunday night. We're going to be mixing things up for December, and hopefully you'll all be there to join us. And as a lot of you know, being able to bring you live safaris is not a uncostly experience, and we do try our best to be able to keep the cost down as much as possible. But we are going to be launching some new ideas, and we'll be launching them with you. Wait, let's go over there again. Oh. She's almost playing with that cock, the head. No, Laura, the pride males were... she's dropped again. The pride males were seen very far away in the last little while. Mary, wow, I was finishing breakfast when I started watching this, and now it's my lunch has just arrived. Yes, Matthew and I actually gave up on our dinner. Oh. Cheeky cubby. Indeed, Laura, she is very chuffed. I do think the lions are going to make another noise again, so I'm going to try to put the microphone as close as possible as I can to them. See that? Well, the one thing about nights like this, I think for tonight the show will end when our batteries run out. We will stay here for as long as possible.
Barbara, yes, the lions would have been able to completely munch through the fetus. Tonpa, I actually don't know who the dominant males were before the Masangula males arrived. We weren't operating on Pridelands then. We actually started on Pridelands at about the same time as the Masangula males did. Hello, sketch cats. Oh, look, here comes the head. I think that's Lagatha. Oopsie. The torch slipped off the beanbag. Yeah, I'll use the other torch in the meantime, which is about to die. Okay. Torch retrieved. Not too much fanfare. One evil look from a lioness. They're far more interested in fighting with each other. Let's make sure that the beanbag is not going to do that again. Jason, I did just hop down and grab it. I just wouldn't let Matthew show me doing that. My sleep program on my phone is telling me it's past my bedtime by 25 minutes. I should be asleep. Sassy, these lionesses are gorgeous. Unfortunately, at the moment, the cubs not so much. They've had a really hard time. The lioness has been so successful. They've had so many cubs that they've actually struggled to feed them. TD Kid 1, the lions, if we are lucky enough to find them tomorrow morning, will look pristine, because after they finish fighting over the remnants of this wildebeest, they're all going to clean each other. And we did a little bit of maths for those who, well, arithmetic, according to Lady Macbeth. Maths, arithmetic, same thing to me, not my strong point. Making sure lions don't eat me while I fetch a torch, strong point. But we worked it out. There are 7 adult lionesses at an average of 120 kilograms, which was, Matthew?
I don't know.
You can't remember either. Anyway, I think it was. Anyway, there's over a ton of lions, I think.
Yep.
There's over 1,000 kilograms of lions, and of the beast, maybe, oh no, 250 kilograms. So we can actually do the maths. I have a calculator. Let's just say there's 1,100 kilograms of lions. divided by 250 kilograms of wildebeest equals 44 kilograms. That doesn't sound right.
Well, it's just less. It's 5 kgs.
Yeah, it was about 5 kilograms each. Now, with lions, it never works out that well. And lions can eat about 40 pounds, 50 pounds, about 25 kilos of meat in a sitting. So, oh yeah, we got 300 likes. Wow, awesome. Thank you, Mary. I promise I will always be true to me and to telling you guys the truth, even if it isn't the nicest thing sometimes. Big Country agree. Lagatha's still about a year off mating, but because she's on her own so much, it has been recorded in the... Oh, she's up. Lagatha's up with her head again. Look at her, she's playing with it. So that's why I said she's still a bit of a cub. And shame, she didn't get to be a cub and play and have the support of the pride. Grumpy old man, I wish. It is. Yeah, the kitchen's closed in Hoedspruit at 9 o'clock. It is 10:30 now. But I made a massive chicken curry that we were going to eat until we heard the lions were on our doorstep. So I'm sure the guys at home have eaten, and hopefully they've left Matthew and I some chicken curry. Otherwise, there will be hell to pay when we get home.
Feed them to the lions.
Matthew says we'll feed them to the lions. Bavel, VM, Charles, Brian, I hope you heard that. If you have not left us any food, we will feed you to the lions. Charles just said the curry was too good, it'll be worth being fed to the lions. I hope you're joking, Charles, because there was a lot of curry that I made.
Out you come, Charles.
Laura, indeed, Lagatha would have to leave if the males came. She hasn't reached sexual maturity yet, so the males would treat her as a cub of the previous males and try to kill her. There's literally just scraps left at the moment. Oh, Lagatha just got chased off the head by 2 lionesses. She's trying to sneak in from the right. She's the small lioness to the right. That one there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is her. She's had a good meal. Oh. All sorts of fighting going on. Matt, if you can zoom into the middle of that morass of lions, there's 2 or 3 cubs there that have completely changed colour. I'll do this. There. I mean, they have completely changed colour. Oh, next lioness has taken the head for a walk. Oh, we don't know where to look. There's fights going on. One lion running off with a carcass. I mean, with the head, not the carcass. Enthusiastically Dawn, Lagatha is actually part of the Pride, and about 18 months ago there was a Pride takeover. So all these cubs we're seeing now are from the new males, the Masangula males. I can't and don't know the name of the previous coalition that was in charge here, but they got chased off, and Lagatha was just over a year old when that happened. And her mom, in defending her, got killed by the new males. And then she became
basically almost an independent lioness from the pride. And if the males were around, she would stay very far away. And at that time, because the hyenas of Pridelands were so dominant over the lions, while these cubbies were small, the lions spent a huge amount of time away from Pridelands to avoid the hyenas, because the hyenas would come in and chase the lionesses off a kill, and we saw it quite a few times. And basically, because Lagatha has not reached sexual maturity, she would be treated as a cub from the previous males. So if the males were to come in, Lagatha would gap it. Is that it? Are we done with our torchlights? Okay, that one's dead. Where's the other one?
That's the dead one.
Yes. That's it. I think we're going to run out of battery. Let's see. It says we've got 2 bars on this one. I'm going to go slightly lower light than we have 4 bars. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Sorry about that, guys. We weren't planning to be out for however many hours we've been out since. But this is absolutely special to be able to see this pride, especially after seeing them this morning looking so hungry, to see them doing so well now. Wow! I love the noises of lions. Terry Lee, I'm glad you're enjoying spending your Saturday night like this. Yeah, and enthusiastically Dawn, Lagatha is very special to us. I mean, just after we moved into HQ on Pridelands, before the gate got fixed and became an electric gate, etc., Verum had gone to town and came back and got out of the car to open the gate and got boom, charged by a lion because she had killed an impala about 3 meters from our gate. And then a day later, she killed an Inyala. And so we've really, really loved following Lagatha's story, but she spends a lot of time off Pridelands when obviously the males are around. Oh, there we go. That's the last of our torches. Even on the low light setting. What I'm going to do is everything is quietening down a bit. I'm going to move the car to use the headlights for a little bit. Oh, cold badger. How are we looking behind us, Matthew? Are there any trees? How's that? So, oh, well done, grumpy old man. 7 hours on a screen. I mean, there's almost nothing left of this wildebeest. I do apologize about the fan, and I'll just do that quickly. Unfortunately, we can't watch for too long with just the headlights, otherwise Matthew and I are going to have to sleep here because the car won't start. Oh, don't worry, Cookie. I've reversed many times by touch. Sinak, you must be the only person who thinks lion cubs fighting and feeding is cute. I think it's quite brutal, personally. Randy, yes, I've actually seen the females. I mean, even this morning she was hanging on the peripheries of the pride. She wasn't sort of lying amongst the pride, but when it came down to dinner, she got stuck in, and she seems to have got more out of the meal than quite a lot of the other lions. Wendy, I wish we could bring more batteries, but our big torches the batteries are built in, so we can't actually replace them. And our normal spotlight blew up a while ago. We actually need to get another one of those soon. Awesome running bear. Exactly, tomorrow morning's sunrise drive will be on Zoom for those there, so you can actually talk to me directly, not just type. I'm so full, but I might try eat some more. That's what that eye says to me. There we go. As I said that, she's trying to get, oh no, she's just licking her paw. Oh, look at that little cub in the middle. They really have made the most of this meal, Dawn, and so many cubs, so many adults. They really do have to take advantage of every meal they get, because often if they catch something like an impala, there's not much. Look at that lioness, she's just going to sleep on top of the other ones that are still feeding, off to the left slightly. Yeah, she's just going to sleep on top of the ones that are still feeding. I love lions. They are dirty, foul beasts, but they are fascinating. And look at the cub. Look at the cub sleeping at the back. Sleeping on top of another lion. Yes. Oh, he's got woken up as the other one is moving. So the lions looking off to the right are not looking at hyenas. Or maybe it is hyenas. And now we have no torch to check. Maybe we got a little bit more battery out of this thing. Now, there was the lioness who took the head that way. Yeah, it is just the other lioness eating the head off to the right. Oh, there we go. We got a few seconds of light out of the torch. Well, guys, we're gonna have to start the car, otherwise we're not going. Uh-oh. Otherwise, Matthew and I are going to be stuck here. It has been absolutely amazing and such a privilege to be able to take you out with the Ngati Pride here in Pridelands while they feast upon a wildebeest. We would love to stay longer, but unfortunately, literally our torches have run out of battery. I don't know what time we came out, but it was probably about 7:30, and it's now nearly 11 o'clock at night. Matthew and I are quite hungry, and watching the lions all feast has made us very hungry. There's very little left, but hopefully we'll be able to find the lions tomorrow morning on a private safari. Other than that, I don't have much to say. Thank you, Matthew. And thank you all for being there, and thank you for all the donations via the YouTube, what is it called? Super Chats. And thank you for all our patrons, our pack members. Oh, there we go. Wait, we're not going to go anywhere yet. Oh, someone's trying to get away with a leg. We'll just have to leave the car on.
Oh, I think that piece of skin is about to break. Pull, big girl, pull! Oof. And that shows you how tough a wildebeest skin is. I mean, that lioness is absolutely pulling on that. I want to see how this finishes. I can't leave just yet. He really doesn't want to let go. There we go. Pull, 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 pull. Well, that lioness pulling on the wildebeest leg is like Matthew and I trying to get to our curry. She's really trying to get that. I think that piece of skin is just too thick. It doesn't matter how hard she pulls. She's battling to get it our way. Zozo wants to jump in and, well, there we go. Zozo, a cub is helping out. It's going to try chew through the skin or actually steal the piece of meat that's still attached to the leg while she's just holding on. Looks like she's almost given up and the cub is just feasting now. See, like, I don't think the cub is helping, I think the cub is thieving. Our pleasure, Ernie. Oh, nearly, nearly. Come on, you can do it. Do it so we can go to bed. Jeez. The cub's just munching while she's holding on. Cub's being clever, not going for the skin, but going for the good meaty parts. Thank you, Jason. She's given up, and we're going to do the same as this cub on the far right. Oh no, your pillow just moved. And we're going to head to bed. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you again for joining us. It's been an absolute privilege and a pleasure being able to show you this incredible sighting from Pridelands. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you have taken any screenshots, please share them all over social media. We love you long time, and let's give you one last look without the running engine. Oh no, we have to have the running engine, otherwise we can't go anywhere, of the Ngati Pride finishing off a wildebeest.